I decided to do a Compassion Sunday because I can't sponsor every child myself. If I could, I would do. So I wanted to tell people about compassion so that they had the opportunity to sponsor a child, and maybe one day every child will be sponsored.
I wanted to do a Compassion Sunday for the first time because I had seen the videos and the films and the resources, and it was just so easy to do a presentation, and everything was there for me to use, and I just thought, why not? And it makes such a difference.
Probably, I think most people that are sponsors or advocates realise this, but the blessing for us from sponsoring the children and having them praying for us and telling us what's going on in their lives and asking for information about us is just wonderful. It's just wonderful.
The best experience I can remember having was when a lady came up rather hesitantly trying to decide whether she wanted to sponsor or not. And the very first child profile that she opened, the girl had the same birthday as her own daughter. And she just felt that was the right thing, and she signed up for that child there and then.
We finished the presentation and I walked to the back of the church and I was in front of the table and I was signing out kids, and then a lady came up to me, and previously I'd been talking about one of these projects that was in the Philippines, and she came up to me and said, I was in that project in the Philippines.
The whole church just stormed out and came to the table and were so excited. They had so bought into the vision of everyone sponsoring a child, and it was incredible just to see that enthusiasm and passion and excitement within the church.
For me, the moment was afterwards. Immediately afterwards, because we did the call at the very end of the service, and immediately afterwards we had a rush to the table. And it was far more than I would expected, and you know, God does great things.
Planning a Compassion Sunday doesn't have to take loads and loads of time. The resources that Compassion send you are really, really good actually, and if you read through them, most of the work's been done for you.
Your talk doesn't even need to be that long. If you can just give the highlights of compassion, explain what it is, show people how easy it is to make a difference and what a huge impact it makes.
In terms of making compassion presentation unique, it's already done because you are unique.
I've always had a good response, so I think, yeah, be confident, you know, don't beat yourself up if it goes wrong, and just do your best.
I would say that your church is an environment that's very encouraging and the audience is very receptive. So even if you're somebody that does not normally like to stand in front of groups of people, it's about the best audience you could possibly have.
Everybody has, you know, a God-given ability to do something. If it's talking to your friends in your home group, if it's talking to your pastor, if it's standing up on a Sunday, it's not a big deal. If you compare it to the state of the lives of these kids, it's an honour to be able to go and do something for these kids.
I really want to encourage people to do this presentation, to be a voice where there isn't one. Even if it's a really nervous voice, even if it's a really small voice, it's still a voice, and it will change the lives of these children.
I don't think you need to be concerned at all about any fear of failure. There is no failure. If you've stood up and talked about compassion, that will have touched somebody's heart.
Proverbs 31 says, you know, speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, defend the rights of the poor and the needy. What greater response could one have but to work with compassion, to see that done, that very thing done.
My favourite part is helping on the sign-up table after the service. That is really the place where you get to see lives being changed.
The sign-up table at the back is really good. It's really exciting when people come and ask you questions about compassion and want to look at the children's profiles. It's really good. Obviously you're hoping that they sponsor, and a lot of people do. If they're there at the table, it's because they really want to find out more.
When the presentation's finished and the service is finished, what tends to happen is lots of people are very interested. So there's this real big rush to the table, and there's varying degrees of interest. So some people will want to sponsor straight away, and that's so encouraging to see the impact it's had. Others are seeking information and will go away into the lounge, have a tea or a coffee, and then come back and sponsor. Others will go away and sponsor the week after.
If someone's thinking about a presentation and they're not sure what to do, I would perhaps remind them of the pleasure that they're getting from sponsoring a child, and wouldn't they like to share that with somebody else?
I think if you felt that call, if you felt the God asking you to step up and speak up for these children, then it's about priorities, and I think this is a priority.
I think if you do a Compassion Sunday event, you will find that it is incredibly rewarding and fulfilling. It is one of the most exciting things you can do.
I can't recommend highly enough getting involved with these Compassion Sundays.
So please, please take that step. Be encouraged. Do what needs to be done for these children. In Jesus' name.